Welcome to the Porte de la Chapelle Arena in Paris's 18th arrondissement for the men's over 107 kilo class para-powerlifting final. Sunday has brought in the crowds to pray at the altar of the bench press. Sunday service at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena has been a rowdy affair on the final day of Paris 2024, the games of the 17th Paralympiad. Who could know that a bench so small could elicit such mighty deeds from para-powerlifters at the very peak of their prowess. The start list for the men's over 107 kilo competition. 4 new Paralympians are among them. They include Tahiru, Haruna, McGary, Egline Mena, and the world champion Ahmad Aminzadeh. There is the gold medalist from Tokyo, Jamil Elshebli, and there is Anton Kriukov, who wasn't present at Tokyo but returns to the top table of para-powerlifting here in Paris. It is one of the fastest growing Paralympic sports in terms of participation and is now practiced in more than 100 countries around the world. It is the ultimate test in upper body strength, and some records stand the test of time. Siaman Rahman, the late great Iranian, with his mighty lifts from Rio, remaining the best to ever be done 8 years on. A rapturous reception for the referees and the spotter and loader team who have come to the platform. Greece, Yemen and Brazil, the representatives who will determine what is a good lift and what is a no lift. A good lift is a white light from the referee. A no lift is a red light. Ideally you want all 3 whites, but majority rules in what is building to be a rowdy affair at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. And 2 white lights mean the lift is good, 2 red lights mean it is no lift.
You've been amazing. Thank you so much.
The bench is being racked at a height predetermined by the athletes during their weigh-in the day before competition. And the discs, I tell you, will keep on coming. Fervent support, stoked by the wonderful sports presentation team here in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, means that we are crescendoing to a para-powerlifting climax on day 11 of Paris 2024. I'm Joe Burns, and for the men's over 107 kilo final in the para-powerlifting, I have Pete Selby alongside me.
Thank you, Joe. Let's get our first athletes onto the stage, shall we? Representing Ghana, Tahiru Haruna, 30 years old, at his first Paralympic Games. Former arm wrestler. He's one of the co-carriers of the flag at the wonderful opening ceremony here in Paris, along with Zenebu Asaya, who was competing in athletics. Well, he wanted to compete in the Paralympic Games in Paris, and he's making the most of it. Thoroughly enjoying the cauldron of an atmosphere inside the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. Getting involved with the music as well. And then we get down to business. First lift of the first round of the men's over 107 kilogram category.
Start.
And wasted no time once he was under the bar. We're looking for at least 2 white lights. He gets 3. Oh, yes. Now, for his own competition, we hope that Haruna will lift more. But just from a celebration point of view, I hope he does. I want to see more of that. 210. That's a massive weight in round 1 to be the first lift in the competition. Loving every single second of this, but also giving back to the audience as well, which is just going to make the crowd louder and louder as we go through round 1. 210, a fabulous lift. And Tahiru Haruna is underway in his Paralympic career.
Great Britain's Liam McGarry is being serenaded into the Porte de la Chapelle platform. The 27-year-old out for his first ever Paralympics. The man from Dartford, Kent, with a weight of 220 kilos to tackle for his first attempt. Powerlifting is all about the best attempts. 3 lifts to do as much damage with the bulging barbell as you can. He's a big West Ham United fan, Liam McGarry, nicknamed the Irons. But for him, it is all about the steel that will be suspended above him in a moment. 220 kilos for Liam McGarry.
Come on now. Start. Rack.
The bar descends and ascends like an elevator. The down, stop and press sequence receiving unanimous approval from the referees. And Liam McGarry's Paris 2024 Powerlifting campaign is up and running with a successful first attempt of 220 kilos. It's got a bit of a noisy fan club here, I can tell you that. They've roared him on to success in his first attempt. And a fine start for the man from Great Britain.
Amr Mosaad from Egypt, a nation who has provided the sport with countless champions. Amr Mosaad, a silver medal winner in Rio, was 6th in Tokyo. Aiming to win another medal here in Paris. Pharmacist back in Egypt. He's been powerlifting since he was 14, the now 32-year-old. Training is diligence and the medal is a blessing, he says, when it comes to powerlifting. He's got 227 indeed, on the bar. In round 1, Amr Mosaad. Well, has made light work of that. 2 out of 3. It is majority rules when it comes to decisions. One of the referees to the right did not like the press sequence. We've got a referee to the left, one to the right, and then the chief referee behind the head of the athlete. And again, majority rules, so 2 of those 3, if they are white lights, and if it is a good lift, then it will remain a good lift. And Mosaad happy with that. 227 lifted in round 1.
The Colombian Egline Mena is about to have a moment, a Paralympic moment for the first time in powerlifting for him. The 29-year-old from Quibdó has been to a World Championships on 2 separate occasions. He's known what it feels like to have a bronze medal hang from around his neck. He's had silver in Santiago at the Pan American Games in 2023. But here today, he will bench at a Paralympics for the very first time, lifting out of Club Archangels in Bogota, the capital of Colombia. He begins his Parisian pursuits of power perfection with a lift of 232. Well, it was warmly received by pretty much every person in the Port de la Chapelle arena, but most pertinently, all 3 referees disagreed. Now, this has gone to a lift challenge. Each athlete is allowed a challenge. They're allowed as many challenges as they like, actually. They must lodge it within 60 seconds, and it will go to a jury of 3. Now, the stop was fine. The press is under scrutiny here. Did those elbows lock out simultaneously? That is the key element, and it is challenge accepted for Egline Mena. Vindicated in going to the jury, and the Colombian goes to the top of the leaderboard.
Extra weight being added to the bar. Athletes are given 2 minutes to complete their lift, or to at least start their lift. But that will start once they've been announced. So the clock has not started yet. Akaki will be next on stage. Here comes Akaki Jintcharadze of Georgia, who carried the Georgian flag at the opening ceremony. 4th in the Paralympic Games of Tokyo, also in the World Championships last year. From Tbilisi, a city and the country of Georgia, who have a proud record in lifting events and in para-powerlifting. Tbilisi, one of the cities where the World Cup circuit has a home, and where most of the athletes here in Paris had their final warm-up World Cup events. Jintcharadze, 37 years old. With his first round lift of 238 kilograms. This is 28 kilograms more than Haruna in his first lift. 6 more than Mena. So we'll put him at the top of the pile.
Rack.
Jintcharadze, very, very easy, it seems. 238, a colossal weight. But Akaki Jintcharadze of Georgia has 3 white lights and goes to the top of the leaderboard with 3 athletes still to lift in round 1. And in that sort of form, the Georgian, who has those 4th place finishes in Paralympics and World Championships, should be right in the conversation for a medal here in Paris. And that's an excellent start.
Anton Kriukov of the Ukraine, the 36-year-old, returning to the greatest show on earth for the first time since Rio in 2016. It's his 3rd bout at the Paralympics, having claimed 7th in London, 5th in Rio. He missed out on Tokyo, but he is a multi-medaled man on the World Championship scene, and he opens with a lift of 240 kilos here in Paris.
Start. Rack.
Easy does it for Anton Kriukov. He makes light work of an enormous weight. 240 kilos. To the top of the log he goes, with 2 lifts to come in this opening round. Well, there, he's gesturing to his coach there, giving him the nod. That's where the coach inputs what weights they are going to tackle next. There's a lot of strategy around weight selection as you move through the rounds. But taking strategy out, keep it simple, lift it and get a good one.
Jamil Elshebli of Jordan Paralympic champion in Tokyo in this category, previous bronze medalist from Rio, two-time World Championship bronze medalist and Asian Power Games bronze medalist, has had a stellar career when it comes to powerlifting, being the reigning Paralympic champion. But before his powerlifting career, was a multiple medalist when it comes to the shot put in Beijing and Athens as well. A supreme athlete with all the power, with throwing a shot and all the power, with lifting very heavy weights from the bench. Likes to play chess when he's not. Opening lift for the defending champion, 242 kilograms, more than he lifted in Tokyo, and we're in round 1.
Start. Rack.
It's a no lift for Elshebli, who is attempting a huge weight. I mentioned just 1 kilogram more than
Thank you for not touching before.
he won with in Tokyo, so it's an extreme weight here in round 1. And that will just possibly open the door for a few in the competition to maybe think there is a medal possibility ahead of them. There's still 2 more lifts to go, and a nod of the head to the coaches, as if to say the reigning Paralympic champion has got this under control and will do better in rounds 2, or indeed in round 3.
Ahmad Aminzadeh of the Islamic Republic of Iran has a relatively callow career when you look at the number of world competitions that he's been involved in. Just twice in the Worlds, once in the Asian Para Games, yet they've all been golds. This is the first time that we are seeing the Iranian at a Paralympic Games, and he's come here clear in his ambition. He's not here to compete, he's not here to medal, he is here for gold. Training out of Khuzestan province, 253 kilos for Ahmad Aminzadeh.
Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Start. Rack.
While the steel bar strains, Ahmad Aminzadeh didn't quaver under the immense weight above him. 253 kilos. A first attempt conquered in emphatic fashion, and a sign, surely, of greater weight to come. The Iranian goes to the top of the leaderboard.
Aminzadeh sits top of the pile after round one, 253 kilograms. Ahead of Kriukov and Jintcharadze. Accra in Ghana. Here comes Tahiru Haruna, who at the moment looks like he's enjoying his second lift as much as he did before he did his first. This is Paralympic debut. Now, are we going to have a bit of dancing beforehand? We did in round one. The weight can come later. You've got a minute and a half, Tahiru. Or are we down to business? First round of 210 was successful, and there's an extra 11 kilograms. That's quite the increase from one round to another. A full minute to go. Did have managed to lift in his big championship debut in the World Championships of a few years ago. We get a bit of a move, bit of a roll and a flex. Is that rowing the boat? All the hits are coming out. And now, with 20 seconds to go, Haruna, 221, round two.
Start.
Can he complete the press? Well, the referee says rack. No lift in round two. Couldn't complete the press. But I think that Haruna's got 221 in him today. Round two is a no lift. Tahiru Haruna will be back in round three. Crowd favourite, that's for sure.
Britain's Liam McGarry, as you just saw in the crowd, appears to have brought a seven-nation army to support him from across the channel. And the man who's tried his hand at a number of sports in his time, from tennis to table tennis, pool swimming, and even archery, has bullseyed upon para-powerlifting as his sport to pursue to an elite level. An opening attempt of 220 was no sweat for Liam McGarry. He now ups the ante by a further 8 kilos. A war cry before going into battle with the bar. Liam McGarry for 228 in his second attempt.
Start.
McGarry celebrates, but the results are in, and two of the referees feeling like the press sequence wasn't precise enough. It was the left and right referees. The three tenets of the lift are the down sequence, the stop sequence, and the press sequence. Body position comes into it, but on this occasion, it was the press sequence. A challenge has been mounted. The jury, all three of them, must agree unanimously to overturn if the challenge is to be successful. Well, the face says it all. The challenge has been rejected. Liam McGarry records a no lift at 228, but he was oh so close and has a third to make amends and make progress up this congested table in the men's over 107 kilo class.
Here comes Amr Mosaad of Egypt. Currently in 5th position, 235 now on the bar. That's an extra 8 from his first round lift of 227, which was successful for the silver medalist from Rio. He lifted 235 in Rio. Been lifting for nearly 20 years. In Cairo. In terms of his competition, in 5th position, a full minute to go. And Mosaad of Egypt, 235 in round 2.
Start.
Completes his lift. Now, we await the referees. It's a no lift, and it's a press sequence from 2 referees, and also a body position as well from the chief referee. So we have a lift challenge submitted once again. Now, both of the referees, the referee to the right and the chief referee, who is situated behind the head of the lifter, they both said no lift because of the press, but also body position from the referee behind. Did both elbows lock out at the same time? It is a unsuccessful lift challenge, so it will go down as a no lift. And Mosaad of Egypt will remain in 5th place in round 2. His first round lift of 227 will remain his best.
Egline Mena of Colombia is made to wait because there are some adjustments being made to the bench and the rack heights. He is a big man. The man from Quibdó, 29 years old. Known as Ronnie, which is a combination of his mother's names of Rosa and Neyes. his mother, incidentally, his hero.
Two whites.
Well, this is a significant attempt here from Egline. He's sat in fourth position at the moment with the best lift of 232. Now the Georgian, Jintcharadze, is ahead of him in the bronze medal position at 238. So this won't carry him up any further. However, it'll be a lift to instill confidence, a lift to apply pressure from beneath the Georgian to let him know that Egline Mena is coming. Has had some struggles with injuries, tendonitis in the shoulder and his bicep. But if the first attempt is anything to go by, this weight of 236 should not be an issue, but it is. It is for two of the referees, and again, a challenge is submitted. He went to the jury last time, they ruled in his favor. It has to be unanimous, remember. And again, the issue was with the press. The stop there is great, touches the chest and is dead still. The press, did the elbows lock out simultaneously? That's the key question. And once again, the jury rule in the Colombians' favor. We don't see many challenges accepted, but we've seen two on the bounce for the Colombian. The jury is with Egline Mena.
17, 1-7.
The top four at the moment might just have a gate crasher join them. At the moment, the curveball in this competition is our next athlete. Here comes Jamil Elshebli of Jordan, the defending Paralympic champion. Now, first round lift of 242 was unsuccessful. If 242 is lifted in round two, this will be a jump from, at the moment, the bottom of the table into second place. To make amends from round one, 242 kilograms in round two for the Paralympic champion.
Start. Rack.
Chief referee calls rack. It's very similar to round one. The press not completed. Jamil Elshebli at the moment is in a spot of bother in this competition. Still, with the weights that he's attempting to lift, with no lifts on the board, is still a medal chance in this competition. That's how much he's attempting to lift. Very similar to round one, not completing the lift. And the reigning Paralympic champion, yes, two no lifts unfortunately for him, but don't rule him out of the medal picture just yet.
Akaki Jintcharadze The giant Georgian, who was agonizingly one place out of the medals in Tokyo 3 years ago. That was with a lift of 221 kilos. He has eclipsed that effort already with his opening lift of 238. 244 is now on the bar, and with the travails of Jamil Elshebli, with 2 no lifts, this is maybe not a golden opportunity for the Georgian, but certainly a bronze or silver opportunity for him. 244 would propel the Georgian to the silver medal position. He requires one more readjustment as the clock ticks down. Lifters have 2 minutes from when their name is called to get themselves settled and get their lift underway. The flag bearer of his country.
Start.
The colossus of his country. A mighty second attempt from Akaki Jintcharadze. 244 kilos. Not a shadow of doubt in the minds of the referees. All 3 in unison that was good, that was very good. That was silver medal berth good. And Akaki Jintcharadze makes his way from the platform. He receives the plaudits of the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, and he's in uncharted territory right now in the silver medal position.
Here comes Anton Kriukov of Ukraine, currently in the bronze medal position, attempting 247 kilograms. And as he strides to the stage, the news is that Jamil Elshebli, who's yet to register a lift, who will be lifting, or attempted in round 3 a lift that would leapfrog Kriukov's current score, will not lift in the competition again. His position in 3rd, Anton Kriukov, is not secure, but at the moment he's looking further north and to move into the silver medal position. Minute left on the clock for Kriukov.
Start.
Huge roar from the audience here in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, and it's 3 white lights. It's a perfect lift for Anton Kriukov. And he moves into the silver medal position. This is a very, very open competition. The men's over 107 kilogram category here in Paris. 247 lifted in round 2. Anton Kriukov, there's plenty of Ukraine support here. And as this competition develops, the noise is getting louder and louder, but the medal picture is becoming more wide open, as wide as the eyes on Anton Kriukov.
That is the state of play with the lift of the man from the Islamic Republic of Iran to come. Ahmad Aminzadeh draws the roars of the Porte de la Chapelle arena, who clap in expectation of a lift to the tune of 258 kilos to come. Astonishing to think that this man hasn't been to a Paralympic Games before. The composure with which he's carrying with himself with each visit to the bench. The control with which he conquered it on his first attempt, 253 kilos. It sees clear daylight between him and the Ukrainian in silver. 258 exerts his dominance on the bar yet further.
Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Start. Rack.
Awesome Ahmad Aminzadeh of the Islamic Republic of Iran stands alone at the top of the table right now. A lift of 258 kilos, hydraulic in nature. And he marches on to attempt number 3 with 2 epic lifts behind him. Complete control on the down sequence, the touch of the chest and the arresting of the bar before the press didn't falter. The leader after round 2, Ahmad Aminzadeh.
Thanks.
Ready for round 3? Yes, me as well. Tahiru Haruna, here we go. 7th place on Paralympic debut for the Ghanaian. This will be a lift of 221 if successful. So no lift in round 2. Now what does the showman have before he gets under the bar? He wastes no time, by the way, once he's under the bar in starting his lift, but we've had all sorts beforehand. Flex in, body pop in. Or are we just focusing on the bar? It's business in round 3. 3rd round, 2nd attempt, 221 kilograms.
Start. Rack.
It will be a no lift for Tahiru Haruna, who's made plenty of friends here in Paris on his Paralympic debut. Carried the flag at the opening ceremony. He was on show there, and he's been the show here. Very warm applause from the Porte de la Chapelle Arena here in Paris at the Paralympics Paris 2024. His first Paralympic experience, Tahiru Haruna, will live long in the memory, and he finishes in 7th place with a lift of 210 kilograms.
Britain's Liam McGarry on Paralympic debut is assured of 6th place in the men's over 107 kilo final. But he has designs on higher up the table. He has Egypt's Amr Mosaad in his sights. And a lift of 228 here. We'll see him leapfrog the Egyptian for the time being. Come from a big rugby background previously, and he's spoken about competitiveness running in his blood, addicted to the buzz of being on the platform, feeding off the energy. Well, is his appetite for heavy lifting up to 228 kilos here. One more rallying cry from Liam McGarry as he looks to close out his Parisian powerlifting adventure with a 228.
Start.
Incredible. He had the will of the arena. He still has the will of the arena. 2 of the referees deeming that the press sequence wasn't satisfactory. The chief referee sat behind him there. He was happy with every element. Let's take a look. Controlled on the down, good stop. And here the extension. The question is the lockout. Challenge successful for mighty McGary. And the roof of the Porte de la Chapelle arena almost blasts off. A Paralympic debut, 228 kilos conquered, and for now, 5th in the men's over 107 kilo class.
More weight is being added to a bar that is rapidly bending. $237 kilograms. Amr Mosaad of Egypt failed in round 2 with 235. He's added a couple more on. Currently in 6th place with 227. If successful, this will move him into 4th position. A man who looks all business. The silver medalist from Rio. He lifted 235 there. This will be the most he's lifted in any major competition in his career. The 32-year-old from Cairo. In the final round here in Paris to move into 4th position. And Mosaad getting himself into the right position underneath the bar, physically and mentally. Round 3 to move into 4th.
Start.
The bar is slowly rising. The chief referee signals for the bar to rack. That will be a no lift. Press sequence was not completed. 3 red lights. So it will be 6th position for Mosaad. With that 6th position confirms McGary in 5th. And Mosaad, 227 in round 1. His best here in Paris. It won't be a medal this time for Mosaad. Tremendous lift in round 1 and 227. His best in Paris.
Back to the Colombian, Egline Mena, the scourge of the referees, if you will. 2 attempts, twice deemed no lift, twice he's gone to the jury and they've ruled in his favour. Interesting to see what unfolds here. He has 2 good lifts from 2. His best to this point, 236. Bronze is out of sight for him. That's at 244. That's with the Georgian Akaki Jintcharadze. But Egline Mena will want a clean sweep here in Paris. A clean sweep on his first trip to the greatest show on earth.
Start.
Once again, the press under scrutiny. 2 of the referees deeming a no lift, and once again the white challenge card is brandished, and why wouldn't you? Given his track record in this competition, he's guaranteed 4th, but he wants that 237. He wants that 3 from 3. Again, the down, the stop were all good. It was the extension on the press, and on this occasion, he runs out of lives. Egline Mena has his challenge rejected. his third attempt to no lift. However, he claims fourth with a best lift of 236 kilos.
More and more of those weights which I would struggle to lift onto the bar are being added to the bar. We know who will fill the first three positions here in Paris, but in what order? Here comes the Georgian, Akaki Jintcharadze, from the famous powerlifting city of Tbilisi. Currently in the bronze medal position with 244 kilograms. This, attempt 3, 250, will take him into the silver medal position above Anton Kriukov. Jintcharadze, 37 years old. He's competed in 2 Paralympic Games before, 9th in Rio, 4th in Tokyo. He will get a medal this time. He's finished 4th in last year's World Championships as well, so you could say it's a medal that's been coming for Jintcharadze. But he wants silver to move into the silver medal position. Akaki Jintcharadze of Georgia. 250 kilograms, round 3.
Start.
Jintcharadze, 3 white lights, and he moves from bronze to silver. The big Georgian points to his team by the side of the stage. It's going to be a Paralympic medal. At the moment, it's going to be silver. There's still 2 lifts to go, but Akaki Jintcharadze has completed his perfect competition here in Paris. 238, 244, and 250 kilograms in round 3. Moves into second place, the silver medal position. And then there were 2.
Over to you, Anton, who, if you're inquiring about the look, one of his rituals is he refuses to shave for at least a month before competition. Well, he needs his competitive edge to be razor sharp here, as he is being backed into a bronze corner for the time being, with 251 on the bar though. He knows there will be a silver sheen to his time in Paris. 251 kilos for the silver medal for Anton Kriukov of Ukraine.
Start.
The Mega Man of Mariupol moves a momentous weight. And he seals silver at Paris 2024 in the para-powerlifting. He had the weight of the bar, the additional weight of pressure and expectation exerted upon him by the lift that came before from Akaki Jintcharadze. But to the delight of the blue and yellow clad fans here in the Porte de la Chapelle arena, he, like the bar, rose to the gauntlet thrown down, and silver, the reward.
And then there was one. Ahmad Aminzadeh of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Here comes the Paralympic champion. That's been settled already. He's attempting 263 kilograms. From the Islamic Republic of Iran, where the great Siaman Rahman was renowned, revered. Sadly passed a few years ago, the world record holder at 310 kilograms. That's right, 310. Ahmad Aminzadeh, two-time world champion in his first Paralympic Games, will be the gold medal winner. Can he lift 263 kilograms in round 3?
Start.
A roar to Greece, a champion, and he's lifted 263 kilograms, 2 white lights. Majority rules when it comes to decisions in para-powerlifting, and another man that rules is Ahmad Aminzadeh of the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Paralympic champion here in Paris. 263 kilograms, 3 good lifts. He started with a weight that would have won gold. He went better in round 2, 258, and then that 263. He's won, and he's won by 12 kilograms. Consistency and also raw strength and power with technique as well. The majority of his lifts were 3 out of 3 from the referees. And a little bit of a showman as well. And why not when you're going to be wearing gold in the next few minutes? Bronze medal for Akaki Jintcharadze of Georgia. A silver medal for Anton Kriukov, Ukraine. And a gold medal for Ahmad Aminzadeh of the Islamic Republic of Iran.
gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Powerlifting, men's over 107 kilo category.
The victory ceremony for the men's over 107 kilo powerlifting competition. And what a competition it was. What a connection that these three men have built with those inside the Porte de la Chapelle Arena.
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Quentin Gesel, maire de Duny.
Mayor of Duny.
Mr. Quentin Gesel, the mayor of Duny, and Mr. Steve Laranga, who is deputy mayor of Saint-Ouen-sur-Seine, will be charged with the honor of awarding the final medals of Paris 2024.
Médaille de bronze représentant la Géorgie.
Bronze medalist representing Georgia, Akaki Jintcharadze.
Akaki Jintcharadze was locked in a battle for bronze and silver. It was extraordinary to watch. Each time he returned to the bench, he produced his best. He went to the next level. And the giant Georgian claims bronze. Bronze for Akaki Jintcharadze of Georgia.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine, Anton Kriukov.
Anton Kriukov of Mariupol in the Ukraine has drawn jubilant scenes from the many Ukrainian fans proudly fluttering the yellow and blue flag of their nation. It was a remarkable performance from this man who claims his first Paralympic medal ever. Silver for Ukraine's Anton Kriukov.
Médaillé d'or et champion paralympique pour l'Iran.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Islamic Republic of Iran, Ahmad Aminzadeh.
However, Ahmad Aminzadeh of the Islamic Republic of Iran is without peer right now in para-powerlifting terms. 3 clean lifts, 3 lifts beyond the capabilities of anyone else in the competition, and climaxing with a best of 263 kilos. Gold for the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ahmad Aminzadeh.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne d'Iran.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Islamic Republic of Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Conclusion, the Para Powerlifting program at Paris 2024.